Hello world, it is Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. I'm looking out the window at Defiance. It is a beautiful sunny day, but it is warm. Temperatures were in the low 70s when I went running this morning, and a bit humid, and I think the weather might be a little unsettled with this heat and humidity today. Possibility of some thunderstorms. The devotion for today is entitled Ungubani, written by Fiwa Manjani. Fiwa bases the devotion upon Luke chapter 9, verse 20. Then Jesus said to the disciples, "But who do you say that I am?" And Peter answered, "The Christ of God." And then Fiwa writes, if you watch the 2018 Marvel movie, Black Panther, you may recognize the Zosha question, Ungubani, which means, who are you? During introductions in fictional Wakanda and real-life South Africa, people often ask each other who they are. Here in the United States, people might respond to the question with their names, identities, professions, and whatnot. There, people respond with a litany of family names and relationships that situate them as one person connected to many. The response never stops at the individual. When Jesus asks his closest friends the reversed question, "Who do you say that I am?" he already heard how the crowds misidentify him as John the Baptist or even Elijah. Much like Ungubani wouldn't be asked of people you already know well, Jesus' question lands curiously in this context. He hasn't had a bout of amnesia needing assistance remembering who he is. Nor is Peter, a newcomer in the circle, needing to be quizzed on who's who among the closest friends of Jesus. So I ask the question. Perhaps Jesus' inquiry has less to do with his curiosity about who others think he is and more about helping us properly identify ourselves. Who Jesus is aids us in uncovering critical truths about who we are beyond our individual selves. Who Jesus is supports us in recognizing our inextricable interconnectivity, one created being to innumerable others. Who Jesus is reorients us in everything we do and all of who we are. And so I ask you, dear one, Ungubani. Fiwa's prayer. When we're tempted to stray from our truest identities, remind us of who we are so that we might never forget whose we are. Amen. Well, for me, this devotion, one of the things that made me think of is really thinking about who Jesus is to us. And I think we should think hard about that because the answer we give does say something about us and what we believe. For myself, I tend not to think of Jesus as much about the person to believe in and to state my belief in so that I may make it to the next life in good standing, as many evangelicals tend to do. But rather, I think of Jesus as someone who is one with God and lived that connection in all that he did and with all the people in the world, and wanted to live the love of God that he felt and wanted all his disciples to know that love. That's how I really think of Jesus. And I guess I got to think about what that says about me. So think about who Jesus is to you. Who do you say that Jesus is? And then think about what that might say about you. Hope you have a good day, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow.